Hey guys, never mind the sound of my furnace, the air is going off. Today I'm going to be trying to preserve this Frankenstein mask here. It's got cracks all in it. I bought this new and I think it was 2010. Don't shoot me on that. But I do have the original hang tag from it, and that'll tell me exactly when it's from. But it's a Ruby's. It was a licensed product. Yeah, it says Universal Pictures Incorporated, Universal. Made in Mexico, and it's definitely a Ruby's. So I got cracks throughout the whole thing, so if I don't do something about it now, I'm just going to end up throwing it in the garbage. And so I'm going to do a full repaint on it once I get everything situated. I'm going to be actually foam filling this mask using this Sika Pro Select Fence Post Mix. And I have my Gorilla Tape. And the Gorilla Tape, I'll explain to you what that was for. It was to cover the mouth because I don't want the foam seeping out, and the nose. I don't want it seeping out of any of the orifices that were originally opened by the Mask Corporation. And as far as the eyes go, you can see I glued eyeballs in. I use these guys here, cheap little dollar store items. They look cheap, but after I cut them in half and only noticed that the yellow was showing, they look fantastic, as you can see. And there were cracks all along here. Quickly, I just want to go through this before I start mixing up. All through the hair. So I took my Gorilla Tape there and I taped all through the inside. And to make sure that nothing was going to seep out. I hope I got it all. But there were cracks here, you can see right there. So there's Gorilla Tape there now and throughout. And there's some glue there too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bust out of it and do a repaint on it. And I'm going to be using that as my foam filler. And yes, that 4-inch piece of PVC is staying in there. That's going to be my stand from now on. And yeah, so I'll give you some updates as we go. Okay guys, I got the part A and part B out of its pouches. So now I'm going to split this because this expands quite a bit before I mix it. So I'm going to put half of this part A into this cup and half of this part B into this cup, because I got a feeling that this will do 2 masks, and I do have another mask that I would like to get to. So these have not been combined yet, but I got about 15 to 20 seconds of mixing time before this starts to expand. Never done this before, so you guys are on the same trip that I'm on, so we'll see. Alright, so I've just combined parts A and parts B. Is pretty well mixed. I think it's starting to rise now. Oh yeah. Okay, so now we're going to flip this mask over just like this. I'm not moving my pile or anything.
Hurry up. Dead.
Holy shit. Wow, I made a mess. Wow. Like I said, it was my first time. That stuff started to expand quick. So now I got a little bit of a mess there. Good thing I had a yoga mat down, because these yoga mats are cheap. But anyway, as you can see, he's still warm, so it's still doing its thing. But yeah, it's nice and poofy now. So yeah, step 1 is done. Got my base coat on. Now I'm going to start dry brushing, and I'll give you an update. Alright, so I'm going to get my brush wet, and I'm going to do some dry brushing. But I want to get my brush wet before I even start to go into the paint. So I'm going to start in an inconspicuous area, and then condition my brush. Alright, this is my first dry brush on this thing. I'm going to go around and hit it all again. Same color. I'm going to start working in my other colors right after that. So I'll give you another update.
Okay.
This is 2 dry brushes, and it took me a couple minutes. And I'll give it a thought about what I'm going to do next. And then I'll keep you updated. Alright, what I've decided is this is the look I'm going for here. So I'm going to be working 3 colors, white, green, and the skin tone here. And I'm going to do that throughout the whole piece. I'm going to come back with an airbrush with a little bit of gray and do some of the deeper insets of the face. And of course, we'll do the cuts in the silver and the hair last. We'll keep you updated. All right, there's where we're at so far. I blended some green in, and I must say, I am digging it. Look at those eyes. Those eyes are from the dollar store. See that bag of eyes right there? From the dollar store, and just glued them in. Set this up here, and then give you a quick look. No, we haven't got to the hair yet. We have a lot of detail to do. But as you can see, I am really digging where I'm a little green here. I'm going to blend that in. Airbrush set real fine, and my paint's pretty thin. And I'm going to start doing some of the deeper insets. Alright, so I did some airbrushing. Maybe I got a little ghoulish on him, but you know what? I think I'm liking it. I think I'm liking it a lot. See my dollar store eyes in there? Very cool. I'm going to start doing some more detail. I painted over these things. Alright, got the hair trimmed in. Got this platelet here, this bolt or this clamp painted. Got the bolts on the neck painted. Put a little red in that scar on the side. Red in that gash there. And I'm going to actually add one of those PVC flanges at the bottom. It's a reducer. It's a 5 to 4 reducer. It'll actually provide more stability for this mask. But yeah, I think I am done with this. And I'll have to look at it for a couple years and see how I like it. But yeah, you know, hey, what a far cry from what it was. But listen to this. That's pretty quick. And I think we're going to hit this with a acrylic clear coat too, just to protect our work. And then yeah. All right, so we got it outside. We put a clear coat on it, and yeah, much better. Much better. I still can't get over those eyeballs in there. Very cool. That's been fun. So I'll do a couple more and start getting some practice at this, because never can tell when you're going to run into an old mask that might catch your fancy, that might be on its last leg. And having these few skills here will be kind of cool. So yeah. Hey. Thanks for watching my videos. Howl 'em out.